Facebook is still one of the most popular platforms out there. How do you get engagement on your posts? How do you grow Facebook? What's the secret? So we're going to dive in today, and I'm going to give you some tips that you can apply immediately to start getting more engagement and growing your Facebook. If you are new to my channel, my name is Amy Montgomery. I'm owner and founder of a digital marketing agency that services coaches, consultants, and small businesses. So consider subscribing if that's you. So let's dive into Facebook. Number one, when you post your social media posts to Facebook, only about 1% of your community sees those posts. And what it does is it first sends them out to just a few people. If people engage with it, then you're going to get a notification, and it's going to say this post is more popular than any of your other posts. You can also go into your insights and kind of look, okay, what's my most popular post, right? This is important for two reasons. One, that's the type of content you want to post more of. And number two, you absolutely want to boost that post. Why? Because if that post is that good of content, it's going to get you more followers, okay? And you're going to amplify the good. What you don't want to do is boost something that's not getting any traction. If you boost something that doesn't get any interaction or nobody likes it, it's going to amplify the negative. This is the truth when it comes to looking at your posts on social media as well. If something doesn't get likes or engagement, it means that it pushed it out to a few people, nobody liked it, and so now it's not showing it to anyone. And it's like you never posted that post, okay? And you just never want to repeat that type of content ever again, right? That's D or F failed content. So it's very important to watch how your content is performing on Facebook. And this is true for Instagram as well. It works the exact same way, all right? So the number one way you're gonna get more engagement and more followers is to boost the pieces of content that are already organically high performing. Number two, going live. Going live, people really enjoy that, and they enjoy the interaction, and they get a notification that you're live. So if you want to really pick up that action and get people to expect to hear from you, doing live is a good thing. I would recommend not doing more than one live a week, because even like this last week, I did a full-on challenge on my Facebook, and I found that as the week went on, less people would attend. So people get really excited in the beginning, and then it kind of weans off. So focus on maybe one time a week, going live and just being consistent, and then people will expect you if that's one strategy that you want to take. And then again, boost any of it that people really love, right? Any content that people really love. Number two, do not put links in your posts. And what I mean by this is if you post, say I were to take my YouTube video and post it onto Facebook, which I do from time to time, Facebook suppresses anything that has a link in it. So you never want to post like an image with a description and a link, because that's not going to get out to anybody. It's going to be suppressed, even if you do an ad. So this is what you want to do, is you want to do the post and then bounce. And what bouncing is that's when people interact with your post, and you go back into the comments and you put the link in the comments, and it sends a notification to everybody that interacted with that post that you posted the video, right? Or the link to the blog or whatever it may be. So a great way to do this is, if I were to really want to promote my YouTube channel, now that I have a new one, I may do this, is I'll take a clip of that video, a short, couple of second clip, put that on Facebook, and then bounce with my link to my YouTube channel, if that makes sense, okay? So that's another thing that people do a lot of that suppresses it. Just because you're posting doesn't mean that anyone's seeing your content. They're gonna see stuff from their family and friends. They're gonna see stuff that is paid to promote to them, or that people are highly engaging with, all right? So just remember that. Now, if you want to grow your Facebook, the best way to do that is to go into promote your page and promote your page. And it will start to send your page to people. Now, I have found in the past that this was a really great way to grow Facebook. And I've noticed in, the last several months in doing this strategy for people that the cost per conversion is higher. And it's going to cost a little more to get people to follow you. So that's why I really favor like boosting videos and that sort of thing, because you get people like this last week, for me just paying a very small price, I got 100 new people because I was doing these live videos and boosting those live videos. So that's a better strategy than just promoting your page type of a thing, but that does work. Now, there's a very interesting book, and I'll put the picture of it on the screen, by a man that wrote this 1 million followers in 30 days. He talks about a strategy that a lot of people have done where they've promoted their social media outside the US in third world countries to grow it because it's cheaper, right? So then they look popular, but that doesn't necessarily bring in, any new customers. It's also going to promote your content to people in those countries unless you say otherwise. Now, you can switch it around and run it to ads to the US, which are going to be closer to $1 or more per person following you. But, I feel that kind of strategy is more for somebody that has got a ton of money, right? I would rather invest my dollars into getting 100 new people by boosting some things than spending, a ton of money getting people in third world countries that are never going to be buying my products or services. So just keep that in mind. If you see that book going around, it's very easy to be famous online. And I found that most influencers do that. I've gone out there to the top influencers like Gary Vaynerchuk. I've gone out there to Brendon Burchard. I've gone out there and looked up all of these huge, like, famous people. And third world countries are all in their followers on Facebook. And I think that they probably followed that strategy. It's nothing's new under the sun because it was less expensive to get super popular, right? And I suppose it helps if you don't have anybody and nobody's engaging with your content and you pay to get people outside of the US, and then you get engagement and maybe, your account grows. Here's a caveat to that, though, is that I have seen people do that on YouTube, in fact, and then they try to monetize and they don't get that money because the commercials and things don't go towards those that are in third world countries. It only goes to the US. So they may have 3 million people, but they're not making money. So just keep those tips in mind as you continue to harness your social media. Now, whenever you get something that's super popular, maybe it's a video, maybe you did a live and it's super popular. The best thing for you to do, if that's the case, chop that video up and post clips of it. Create quotes from it. Take the most meaningful things out of it that you feel like the people interacted and loved. Create quotes now. And that's the other thing that I want to talk to you about in growing your social media across the board, no matter what platform you're using. Aside from, of course, video, right, is quotes. Quotes are powerful things. Why? Because there's emotion tied to quotes. So if you are to really focus in on your social media and kind of add some things that are more emotion based, and you can kind of trigger a positive emotion out of people, things that are meaningful, those are going to get more engagement. And I have absolutely done that in growing people's Instagram accounts and Facebook accounts, because I know that those are the posts that are going to get the most engagement and, that are going to get the most likes, are going to have the most meaning to people. And that's what brings people in. And then it was the video content and all these other things that we would add later on that weren't as popular, but it still brought more exposure to those things that we wanted people to see. So if you're looking for more engagement on Facebook, if you're looking to grow your Facebook and even on other social media platforms, these are probably my biggest tips. And pay attention to the content that you're posting, what people like, what people don't like. Pay attention to boosting, pay attention to what people are really watching and consuming and loving. Produce more of that. Analyze everything. Now, here's one caveat I want to say before we go, and that is people are always going to love photos of you. Okay? If they're following you, chances are whenever you post a photo of yourself, they're going to like it. They're going to love to see your face. And so you'll probably go through your social media like everyone and go, oh, everyone loves photos of me, because they want to connect with you as an individual. So every once in a while, yeah, keep those photos of yourself out there and add quotes to them, add different, comments and things to them, because people like to see your face, right? They engage with that. They want to connect. And I think that the more personal it is, where it seems more organic, the better impact it's going to make. So anytime you can do a quick video, a quick, selfie or whatever it may be, I think that people react to that a little bit better. So focus on your quotes and focus on connecting, and you will do amazing on any social media platform. All right, guys, thank you so much for subscribing to my new YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next video.